Guys, I hope you're all doing well. Like I mentioned, I was going to make this video for you guys demonstrating how to do all the stretches and strength exercises in the mobility program that I sent you. So I'm going to go through them in order, so starting from do day 1, day 2, and then day 3. So here we go. Like I mentioned, all of the stretching components are always followed by like an active component because you want to make sure that now that you've gained the mobility, you're able to work through that range of motion properly. So the first one we're going to do is the Supine Hamstring Stretch. So what you're going to need for this is just like a towel or a strap. This one's just used to roll up my yoga mat, so it'll do fine. So you're going to lie on your back. One leg is going to go up into the air. You want to point your toes over you. The towel is going to go around your foot. And you're just going to try and pull your leg this way. So you want to try and keep your knee as straight as possible. Keep your leg on the ground as flat as possible. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Once you've done that, gone through all the sets and reps, then what you're going to do is the active component. So what you're going to do is keep your leg the same way, but you're going to bring it up and back down. Bring it up as far as you can go. Cool. So next what we're going to do is the hip carpus, which stands for controlled articular rotation. So what it does is it works on the small muscles inside your hip. We're going to try and restrict the motion in this exercise to just your hip joint. So grab onto something for balance if you need. Your movements are going to be small, and that's okay, because again, we just want them from the hip joint. So to start, you're going to bring your leg up. Then we're going to bring our leg out to the side. From here, I want you to leave your thigh where it is, and you're going to bring your heel up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to rotate back, and then back forward. So up to the side, heel up, back, and forward. And then we're going to reverse the motion. So we're going to go back first, bring your heel up, knee up, and then forward. Next one we're going to do is the Adductor Stretch. So you guys are going to start off by kneeling, and then we're going to extend one leg out. That foot you're going to try and put flat on the ground, and you're going to sit back. So you should feel like a stretch into your groin here. Once this kind of relaxes, you're going to try and come down to your elbows. Okay, and so this one is 3 sets of 30 seconds per side. Once you're done all of your sets, the active part, we're going to do hip slides. So you're going to have a wide stance. You're going to sit back onto one leg and slide across. So the strength component for day 1 are Cossack Squats. So I want you guys to start without a weight to get the form down first, and then you can add a weight. So what you're going to do is in a wide stance, we're going to sit back onto one hip. And then from here, your other foot, you're going to raise your toe off the ground, put it back down, and then the side that you're squatting on, with that glute, you're going to push back to the middle. And then switch sides, lift your toe up, back down, push back to the middle. So once you have that technique down, you can grab a weight. We're going to hold it nice and close to our chest, and then you're going to squat down, toe up, down, push back up to the middle. Okay. Cool, so that's all I have for day 1. So we'll move on to day 2. So day 2 starts out with open book. So this one works on our thoracic mobility, so this is really good for any shooting or passing you're going to do in a game. We're going to go into a lunge. So I'm going to have my left arm forward, so left leg, left arm forward. And in this movement, we're really going to try and just rotate from kind of our midsection. So I don't want your hips turning at all. So if you want to do this against a wall, so you make sure you're not moving off the wall, you can do that too. Left arm straight, right arm is going to come here, and we're going to rotate, and then come back. I'm trying to go a little bit farther each time. Okay, next one also works on our thoracic rotation. So it's the T-spine quadruped rotation. We're going to go all fours. So I'm going to take my right hand kind of behind my neck. I'm going to bring my elbow down and try and rotate up. Down, rotate up. Again, you're trying to get the rotation through kind of your trunk area. So those stretches don't have like an active component after, just because they are already active. So next what we're going to do is a half Nelson stretch. So you're going to need kind of like a step or a chair or a stool for this one. Okay. This is going to help stretch out our lats here. Elbows are going to go on the stool. Hands are going to come back this way. And we're going to try and press into it as far as we can. So you're trying to bring your chest to the ground. Then the active part, we're just going to move through that range of motion. As you come up, press your elbows into the bench or the chair, just so you get some lat contraction. Cool. So the strength component for day 2 are windmills. So again, start without a weight, and then you guys can add a weight. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of get into a staggered stance. Your back foot's going to be angled away a little bit. So from the side. Then what we're going to do is back leg, that same side, arm is going to be up. We're going to keep that arm and keep that straight line throughout the whole movement. This hand's going to slide down our leg towards the ground, and as we kind of lean into it, we're going to shoot our hip backwards. So it's going to look like this. Go down only as far as you can, and then come straight up, keeping that straight line with your back arm. Okay, so you will feel a stretch in here. This one's really good to do with weights as a warm-up before you do any sort of overhead work. So if you're going to grab a weight, it's going to be the same thing. So we're going to keep that weight overhead, nice straight line, hips back. And then push straight up. Good. So that's everything for day 2. So for day 3, the first one is the great stretch. We've done this in warm-up quite a bit. But I'll go over it again, and we're going to have a 5-second hold in each position. So you're going to start off with a quad stretch. Then you're going to pull your knee to your chest. Then we're going to lunge forward. Back leg drops to the ground and try and push your hips forward. Then you're going to come down towards the ground as far as you can. You're going to feel that stretch more on the front leg. Then from here, we're going to open up and rotate towards the front leg. And then last piece, you're going to sit back, get a bit of a calf and hamstring stretch. So that's 1 rep of that stretch. Okay, next one is the ankle dorsiflexion with weights. So what we're going to do, grab a weight for this one. We're going to be on one knee. The weight's actually going to go on top of our front knee. And then from here, you're going to try and sit into it. So what we're trying to do is increase our dorsiflexion for our ankle here. So your toes are going to try and get closer to your shin, but try not to let your heel lift off the ground. So the weight kind of just helps you get a little bit more of a stretch. Good. And then the active part, is you're gonna do that motion actively on your own. So you're gonna point your toe and then bring it up as far as you can. Okay. So last stretch for day 3 is a quad stretch. So we're gonna grab from our ankle, our shin bone down on our foot. Grab something for balance if you need. And we're going to try and keep our hips square, bring your knees together. We don't want to be leaning forward or back, side to side. Once you've relaxed here a little bit, you're going to squeeze your glutes on that same side. Just gives a bit more of a stretch. Okay, and then the active part for this one is going to be, so we stretched our left leg right now. So you're going to do this on both sides. We're going to lunge, and then bring the knee up. So that's the active part for that one. So the strength for day 3 is a split squat. So again, start without a weight. What you guys are going to do is get into a lunge, pretty much a lunge stance, but a little bit wider. And we're going to squat onto our front foot. So back leg is straight, heels off the ground. There's a slight bend in it, but not a crazy bend. And I'm going to sit into my front hip. And then using my front glute, I'm going to push back up to the middle. So from the side, and then you guys can grab a weight. It'll be fairly heavy. You're going to keep the weight nice and close to your chest. And then same thing, squat onto that front leg and push off. Alright, so that's everything for day 3. So that's everything in the mobility program. I hope you guys found that helpful. Feel free to reach out, email me if you have any questions, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care.